When the Second World War erupted in 1939, the world was plunged into a chaos few had foreseen. Nations scrambled to mobilize armies, and the front lines quickly became scenes of unimaginable conflict. However, beyond the immediate threat of bullets and bombs, another, more insidious enemy was claiming countless lives. This hidden battle was fought not in the trenches with rifles, but in field hospitals and makeshift aid stations against an invisible foe infection. For every soldier wounded in combat, a secondary battle for survival began, one that was often lost due to the lack of effective medical treatments. The germs were as deadly as the guns. The medical challenges of the era were immense. The age of antibiotics had not yet fully dawned. Penicillin, while discovered, was not widely available until the later years of the war. Medical supply chains were fragile, frequently disrupted by enemy attacks on shipping lanes and railways. This scarcity meant that even basic antiseptics were in short supply, leaving doctors with limited options to treat the constant stream of wounded soldiers. Infections like gangrene and sepsis ran rampant, turning survivable injuries into fatal ones. The military desperately needed a solution that was not only effective but also portable, stable, and easy to produce without relying on complex industrial facilities. This desperate need for innovation forced military leaders and scientists to look beyond conventional medicine. They had to consider unconventional remedies that could be sourced locally or produced with minimal resources. The ideal solution would be something that could be carried by an individual soldier, applied easily in the field, and would not spoil in the harsh conditions of a military campaign, whether in the freezing mud of Europe or the searing heat of the North African desert. The search was on for a simple, reliable weapon to fight the microscopic war that was costing the Allies so dearly in manpower and morale. Far from the grand strategies being drawn up in war rooms, the answers were sometimes found in the most unexpected places. The conflict revealed that survival was not just about superior firepower or tactical genius, it was also about resilience and adaptability. The struggle against infection highlighted a critical vulnerability in the modern military machine. It showed that for all its technological might, it could be brought to its knees by something as small as a bacterium. This reality set the stage for unlikely heroes and unorthodox solutions to emerge from the shadows, offering hope where there was none. In the quiet English countryside, far from the din of battle, a man named Everett Crawford was unknowingly working on the answer. Crawford was not a scientist or a doctor. He was a humble beekeeper with a deep, almost instinctual understanding of the natural world. He had long been fascinated by the properties of honey and the other substances produced by his bees. He observed how bees used a sticky, resinous material called propolis to seal and sterilize their hives, preventing diseases from spreading within the colony. This observation sparked an idea. If propolis could protect a hive, perhaps it could protect a human wound in a similar way. Driven by this simple yet profound idea, Crawford began his experiments. He started by combining raw, unprocessed honey with propolis. He knew that ordinary, store-bought honey was often heated and filtered, which destroyed many of its natural antibacterial properties. Raw honey, on the other hand, was a different substance entirely. Crawford worked meticulously, blending the two ingredients to create a stable, potent mixture. He wasn't satisfied, however. He believed he could enhance its medicinal power even further. He began positioning his hives near fields of specific medicinal wildflowers, like lavender and thyme, believing the bees would incorporate the plant's healing properties into their honey. This unique combination of raw honey, propolis, and nectar from medicinal plants set Crawford's creation apart. While honey had been used as a folk remedy for centuries, no one had approached it with such a systematic and thoughtful method. The raw honey provided a natural hydrogen peroxide effect, which gently disinfected wounds without damaging tissue. The propolis added a powerful layer of antibacterial and anti-inflammatory agents, forming a protective barrier over the injury. The final element, the essence of the medicinal wildflowers, contributed additional antiseptic compounds, making the mixture a true force of nature against infection. Before presenting his findings to anyone, Crawford needed to prove his mixture worked. He started small, conducting field tests on local farm hands and timber workers who frequently suffered cuts and scrapes. The results were astounding. Wounds treated with his honey propolis paste healed remarkably quickly, with significantly lower rates of infection compared to those treated with the limited conventional antiseptics available at the time. The workers reported less pain and faster recovery. Crawford documented every case, building a compelling portfolio of evidence that his simple natural remedy was not just a folktale, it was a powerful medical tool. With his successful local trials, Crawford's work eventually caught the attention of British military officials who were desperate for solutions. Initially skeptical, they were soon won over by the sheer volume of evidence and the mixture's simplicity. After a series of rigorous military-grade tests confirmed its efficacy, Crawford's creation was officially adopted. It was designated Special Hive-Derived Antiseptic Ointment, but to the soldiers who came to depend on it, it was known simply as Ration H. The H stood for honey. It was packed into small, durable tins that could easily fit into a soldier's standard issue kit, right alongside their ammunition and food rations. The impact of Ration H on the front lines was immediate and profound. Soldiers serving in the harsh desert campaigns of North Africa found it invaluable for treating burns, cuts, and abrasions, which were highly prone to infection in the sandy, unhygienic environment. In the damp, cold trenches of the European theater, it helped prevent trench foot from becoming infected and provided a reliable treatment for shrapnel wounds when medics were out of reach. Soldiers learned to apply the thick, golden paste directly to their injuries, creating a protective seal that kept out dirt and bacteria while promoting healing from within. It saved limbs and undoubtedly saved lives. Beyond its primary role as an antiseptic, Ration H offered a crucial secondary benefit. It was a source of energy. The mixture was, after all, mostly honey, a pure, natural sugar. In situations where food supplies were low or soldiers were pushed to the limits of their endurance, a spoonful of Ration H could provide a quick and vital boost of energy. This dual function made it one of the most versatile items in a soldier's pack. It not only healed their bodies from the outside, but also fueled them from the inside, improving both their physical stamina and their morale. Knowing they had a reliable tool for survival gave them a psychological edge. The success of Ration H demonstrated a powerful lesson. In times of crisis, the simplest solutions are often the most effective. While complex supply chains for manufactured medicines faltered, the production of Crawford's honey mixture could be scaled up with relative ease using local beekeepers across the country. It was a decentralized, resilient system that could not be easily disrupted by enemy action. The story of Ration H became a quiet legend among troops, a testament to how a beekeeper's wisdom and nature's own pharmacy provided a powerful weapon in the fight for survival, proving its worth when modern industry could not. After the war, the world changed rapidly. The mass production of penicillin and other powerful antibiotics revolutionized medicine, and for a time, the wisdom of natural remedies like Crawford's honey was largely forgotten. The new age of pharmaceuticals promised fast, potent cures for everything, and the slow, gentle healing offered by nature fell out of favor. Ration H was decommissioned, and the story of the secret honey that saved so many soldiers faded into the pages of obscure military history. The focus shifted entirely to the laboratory, and the lessons learned from the hive were set aside in the march of scientific progress. However, wisdom has a way of enduring. In recent decades, as we face new challenges like antibiotic-resistant bacteria, medical professionals have begun to look back at these older, natural solutions. Hospitals around the world are now rediscovering the incredible healing properties of medicinal-grade honey, using it to treat severe burns and chronic wounds that fail to respond to modern drugs. Everett Crawford's principles are being validated once again, this time in the sterile environment of modern clinics. His work serves as a powerful reminder that nature often holds sophisticated answers that we are only just beginning to fully understand. For the modern survivalist and prepper, the story of Everett Crawford is more than just a historical curiosity. It is a practical blueprint for resilience. It teaches us the immense value of understanding the natural resources around us. Knowing how to identify medicinal plants or how to harness the power of something as simple as raw honey can be a life-saving skill when conventional systems fail. Crawford's legacy is the understanding that true preparedness is not about stockpiling the most advanced technology, but about cultivating timeless knowledge and self-sufficiency. His story proves that nature is the ultimate survival kit. Ultimately, Everett Crawford's journey from a quiet beekeeper to an unlikely war hero underscores a profound truth. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are not invented in a lab, but are simply rediscovered in the world around us. His honey mixture was a symbol of ingenuity born from necessity, a testament to the synergy between human observation and nature's genius. As we navigate the uncertainties of the 21st century, his story serves as a vital lesson. It reminds us to look for strength not only in our technological advancements, but also in the simple, enduring wisdom that nature has always offered.